Rnsu has released a song titled Find My Way, in which he features Malik and the Grammy award-winning Soweto Gospel Choir. Born and raised in Limpopo, Lephalale, he grew up listening to a variety of music, but when in high school, he started leaning towards hip-hop. He joins us this morning to tell us more about his music and new single. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Leo. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm curious about this name, Rnsu.
Yeah.
How did it come about?
Rnsu is just basically my stage name. You can pronounce it as Rnsu or Rnsu, you know, and it's a part of my name, which is Lephalale. So I just took from my name and made it a artist's name. Yeah.
Shined it a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your musical journey. Where did it all start for you?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's been quite a journey. It's started all the way back in high school, you know, and it started off as a hobby, as a habit, you know, and it turned into a business when we finally, you know, when I got to move to varsity. That's when I met the people that I'm currently working with, you know, and it's amazing because we came from the same place. I work with a record label called Jawelani under Thabiso Moral Tobani, you know, and we started off as hometown, you know, people, and we pushed it so much, you know, and it got to this stage, which is quite amazing. Yeah.
What other projects have you worked on?
Currently, this is the second single to come out.
Right.
So we only have one single that came out previously, which is titled New King. We work with our in-house producer, Tasman Thabiso Tsoteti, you know, and he produces the songs for us. So we are just starting on our journey in this industry.
And how did that come about? The first single that you released, how was it received by the industry?
It was quite something, because, you know, starting off, it's not easy getting into an industry that, you know, you would be perceived as an amateur in, you know, and to be able to be given the opportunity to work with a legendary producer such as Tasman, you know, who's worked with your Tuksengangas, the late Double HPs, you know, it's quite amazing. So we got to put the talent, you know, the skill to test, you know, and I'm actually happy that it worked out the way it is right now.
Let's talk about the new single, Find My Way. Tell us a little bit about that.
Find My Way is quite an emotional song, you know, that's just how I can describe it basically. Find My Way is a song that carries quite a strong message, you know, that we deal with as individuals, you know, and it's basically focused on the narrative of relationships. You know, there is issues that we go through, you know, that we can't specifically talk about as partners, but, you know, there's your emotional abuse. There is that it escalates to a point where it gets to GBV, you know, and the song tries to highlight those emotions, and the chorus that you hear on it is the summation of it.
The Soweto Gospel Choir, how did you get them to buy into this? And Malik, who I haven't heard in a very long time.
I'm telling you, like, every time I hear the song, it's a surreal moment. You know, to be in the studio with Grammy award-winning, you know, artists that you feed off. And at such an early stage, it's quite amazing, you know, and they did it justice.
And Malik?
Malik is actually the person who came up with the chorus. He had to lead the song. When we started having the studio sessions, you know, and we recorded the verses, you know, and we had to have a separate session for Malik to come in and feel the song, you know, and relay the message in a short way. So he was quite up for the task, you know, and the Soweto Gospel Choir did it justice too.
Talk to us about the direction in which you are heading now. I mean, you've released 2 singles already. Is that where you're heading, wherein you're not deciding on a full album, or what's the plan?
I would say it is a build-up to what we are trying to achieve. You know, these singles are to introduce Rnsu, you know, as an artist, as a person who is in rap, but we do not want to, you know, be classified as trap artists or this and that. We just want to be narrative. We want to be cognitive, you know, tell stories of issues that, you know, affect us in real life, but also make it good music, you know, that you can ultimately vibe to and have fun to. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you're quite new in the industry as well. What lessons came with working on something as big as Find My Way?
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus is quite important, you know, and you get to learn methods on how to do certain things, how to get into the studio, how to record, you know, how to tap into those emotions and feel the songs. So there's a lot of lessons that I have personally learned from Tasman as a producer, you know, feeding off the energy of the Soweto Gospel Choir, feeding off Malik's energy, you know, who the experience, I think it will help in future, you know, to do better.
Speaking of the future, how do you plan on staying in this industry? Because it's very easy to get lost in the industry. You know, you do one hit and we forget about you. What plans have you got in place to make sure you stay?
I think in terms of sustainability, it is definitely being consistent, you know, being in the public view, you know. So that's what we aim to do. We aim to keep on releasing these songs, you know, consistently, you know, get out to your gigs, you know, do interviews, always be in the public face and not be like, no, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. But that's just how the blueprint is supposed to be like, and follow it through.
So you've got 2 performances with us. Tell us about the other performances, the other song you're going to perform for us.
Yes, so the first song that we will perform would be the initial song that we released a year ago, New King. So it's also quite a hip-hop song, it's quite a deep song, you know, and it was just to announce Rnsu as a person, as an artist. And the second one will definitely be the Find My Way song. Yeah.
And how do you plan on staying different? Because the one thing that you also pointed out was that everybody then does trap music. You know what I mean? There's no difference. Everybody's starting to sound the same. What sets you apart from other musicians?
That's what I was trying to, you know, put into these songs. Because when we get into the studio, we don't usually have your 30-minute studio sessions. We like to get into the studio, you know, play around with these beats, play around with concepts of how to do songs, you know, how to be unique, you know. So we spend so much time in the studio that I think if we keep on at it, it will definitely turn into something greater.
All right. Rnsu, thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck with your career going forward. We just spoke to Rnsu on his new single titled Find My Way. He'll be performing 2 songs for us a little later on the program. Quick ad break. We're back after this. Stay with us.